All right, hello everybody. It is Sunday, May 16th. Excuse any just exhaustion. We didn't get home last night until 2 in the morning because Steven's friends and him finally had like a work schedule that fit together, so we went to Bismarck, which is 2 fucking hours away. Both of them live there, and we went to honestly probably the coolest bar I've ever been to. Granted, the only time I've ever gone out to bars was my 21st birthday. I went with my mom and my 28-year-old library coworker to two like kind of gross seedy bars in the town I went to college in. And this one was really cool because it was like 80s arcade themed and some really good drinks. It's a good time, and tonight we're gonna go see the new Saw movie. So this weekend before the last week is finals week is just like, oh, we're just doing everything. But I did read like 6 books. My plan of reading a book every single time I read a novella out of the Tolstoy book is working very well. First up, I finished up Art is Everything by yxta Murray. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. This is how it's spelled. That's my best guess. Probably should have looked it up, but that's that. This is a literary fiction novel. It's very interesting. I really enjoyed it. What it is told in like what are supposed to be either emails or Instagram captions or YouTube comments or Wikipedia pages that get deleted. And it's about this woman who is in her 30s, and she is trying to kind of like, she's an artist, she's a performance artist, and she is in a relationship with this other woman, and the other woman wants to have a baby, and she doesn't think she knows that having a baby is gonna like ruin everything because she's got so many plans that she wants to do, and she hates the idea of selling out, and it's a whole thing there. And it was very, very interesting. I got a Bachelor of Arts in English literature, just in English, from a liberal arts school, and this book really spoke to that for me. This is more focused on visual art, performance art than written art, but it was just very like, why do we create what is the point of it, what's the purpose, how does it make us feel this good kind of thing. And I really enjoyed that a lot. I like the writing too. Murray is a fantastic author. I think her writing is just phenomenal. I enjoyed the complicated emotions that the character was working through. I really, really liked it. This is a book that I won from Goodreads long ago. It was before I started writing when I received books in there, so it only has the date I read it, which was finished it May 10th. I really, really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely one worth picking up if you want to feel smart. Like, maybe, I don't know, like, it made me feel smart. It might make some people feel dumb. I don't know. But I really had fun with it. Then I read, just the stupidest little thing. This is a book that I ended up getting from a lot of young adult books that I bought off of eBay when I was still doing that dumb shit. I got it April 9th. I read it May 10th. It is Milk and Vine by Adam Gasiewski and Emily Beck, although not really, because they just stole vines and like did this. It like I never. The farthest I got into Vine was watching the Vine compilations on YouTube, because honestly there were some. I do still, whenever there's road work ahead, I do still go like, road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Yeah, yes, I do. But this was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever read. I mean, it is 70 pages of vines on page. I know it's more of like a funny, like, oh, like look at this dumb little thing I've got here. I cannot believe that somebody spent money on this. I mean, this was something that, granted, I guess I technically also spent money on it, but it was something that I was like an add-on almost, because it was just thrown in this box of like 20 young adult books that I bought for like, I want to say $15. You know, like, it was, nobody else is buying these young adult lots on eBay. If you were looking for a lot of books very cheaply, very quickly, just go look up YA Book Lot. Go to auctions and see nobody else wanting to buy them, because that's what happened to me. It was stupid. I gave it like 2 stars, I want to say. It wasn't a 1 star because it didn't make me hate myself, but fuck this book, honestly. Then I read a manga. I read Ouran High School Host Club Volume 2 by Bisco Hatori. I read the first volume years and years ago. I watched the anime when I was in high school. It was one of the first anime that I ever really watched. But this was really cute. I do want to show off a little bit the art style. It's a little bit older, so the art style is a little bit older, but this is the story of a girl who is on a scholarship to a fancy school, and she looks like a boy. Like, she's got really short, kind of shaggy hair. She wears really baggy clothes. She's a little bit lower class. She doesn't really. Haruhi's feelings about gender are very kind of just like, she doesn't care, which is kind of fun to read and watch when I watch the anime. But she ends up accidentally breaking a highly expensive vase, and in the school's host club, which are a bunch of boys who they're like emotional prostitutes pretty much. They just like hang out with girls and like are like super romantic and stuff like that. And so she ends up cross-dressing to pay off her debt. And throughout this, like, this blonde motherfucker has a huge crush on her, so does one of the twins. It's a fun book. It's a fun series. They're fun characters. They've got fun interactions. I enjoy it. And this volume 2, it didn't make me laugh out loud. Like, it is genuinely funny at points. It is interesting. It does make me also want to rewatch the anime because, like I said, I watched it when I was in high school. It was one of the first anime I ever finished. Not the first I ever watched. That would be Bleach. I never finished Bleach though because it's 300 and something or 400 fucking episodes long. I don't know. I'm working on it now again. But it was really fun. It's really cute. It's a really cute, like, kind of romance comedy rom-com situation. I enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's a fun time. Then I read a cheesy 90s teen horror book that is Killer's Kiss by R.L. Stine. It's a Fear Street book. I clearly got it from Goodwill there. This follows these two girls who are kind of frenemies. Like, they've been friends before, but they're also like competing all the time. And right now they are both dating this piece of shit named Vincent. And Vincent is, he's lying to both of them. Vincent is the real villain of this entire book. Like, he's lying to both of them. He thinks he can get it with, like, I got 2 hot girlfriends. In reality, it's 3 because he's also banging one of the girls' little sister, which is disgusting. I can't describe how much I fucking hated Vincent. But anyway, the girls inevitably find out that they are being kind of double played here, and instead of at first going after Vincent, which would have been so fucking cool if they would have just, like, I thought it was gonna happen because one of them was kind of seemed like she was going to, but instead of teaming up and going after him, they just started fighting, and it was the stupidest thing. They're also fighting for this scholarship, this art scholarship, and one of them, our main character Delia, there's Delia and Karina. Delia is more of the main character. She ends up getting sabotaged. She's blaming Karina. And the twist in this one is something that you kind of expect to happen. But what's really fun about this one, I mean, this is R.L. Stine. R.L. Stine's books always, like, the last page is always just like, oh. This one was like, it was like, I think I've used this expression before. It's like a French film. It did not end. It just stopped. And I was like, okay, I guess that's where we're ending this. It was fun. I mean, it was just this cheesy little thing. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I do enjoy these. But yeah. Then I read a book that I do not have with me. This is one, I finished Killer's Kiss, what it was, and I didn't have any, I was just like, we're coming up on the last weeks of school. Like, this upcoming week is finals week, and it's like, right now, it's like, I'm just like, work on missing work for the most part, because I don't want to start anything new. So I didn't have anything to read. I was sick of browsing Reddit, so I picked up City of the Dead by Tony Abbott, which I will put up a picture of there. This is a middle grade book about a boy who was in a horrific train accident, and his brother and his dad die, or so he thinks, because then his brother shows up again, and there's ghosts. Surprisingly dark, I will say. Surprisingly dark for a middle grade. I had fun with it. It was decent. Actually, surprisingly well written, too. I would actually be interested in getting the rest of the series for the library at the school, because that's why I just took it out of the library. I am the de facto librarian for the high school, because the library's in the English room, and nobody else is going to do it. So I have a phenomenal little spreadsheet there. It's fantastic. But yeah, it was a decent one. I think I gave it 4 stars. Fun times. And then I got my favorite book of the week. and that is Eat the Rich by Andrew Rivas. I don't know. It takes place in 2022, when a YouTuber, a girl, she uploads a video of herself, like, it's almost like a parody of, like, cooking channels. She's cooking and eating the tongue of a televangelist. And it was so much fun. This one, it was, like, told exclusively through transcripts of videos as well as comments. We got Reddit comments, we got Twitter, all that sort of thing. It was so much fun. I will say props to the author for actually making these, like, internet comments sound legit. He even put in like dumb little, like, he put in, like, I think a bomb. There were some Twitch chats too, and there was one of them where it was because at one point there's a scene where, like, they're trying to find the bodies, and a bunch of streamers are trying to find the bodies. Of course they are. And one of the people in the chat just keeps asking, like, what about night vision goggles? And it's like a running gag that is so funny, because the other people in the chat end up being like, are you meaning to type these into Google? But one of them just keeps answering him. He's like, okay, thanks. And it's so funny. But it was dark too. I mean, this killing and eating of this man's tongue just kind of sparked this revolution, and she keeps going and killing, like, CEOs and, like, the wildly rich kind of people. It is cathartic to read. It is fun. It's gory. I don't even fucking know what's happening at the end. It's wild. It's entertaining as hell. This is, I believe, self-published. It looks like one of those Amazon published books. It's even got the little thing in the back. I know, because I also Amazon publish books. Definitely one to pick up, though. I think it is so much fun. I had so much fun with it. I mean, maybe if you're gonna get offended by the whole premise, maybe don't, but it's so much fun. I cannot stress how much fun I had with this book. This is one of those horror novels that's maybe a little bit cheesy, maybe a little bit over the top, but I enjoyed it so much, because you gotta have the right amount of ridiculousness in it for it to be that kind of good. And I believe I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. If I didn't, I was wrong. But yeah, currently I'm still reading that stupid Kindle book. I gotta put Kindle on my to-do list, because I just never pick it up. I'm also reading a preparing to teach writing book. If I can find the cover, I'll put that up too, but it's a kind of an old thing. I am reading The Asterix War, Volume 1, Encounter with the Fiery Princess by Yu Miyazaki. This is a light novel, so it is written, as a novel. It's got let's try and find one that's appropriate. Some illustrations in it. I won this from Goodreads a long time ago. It's alright, it's entertaining. It's not going to take me that long to finish it. I'm almost done. And I'm still working my way through the great short works of Leo Tolstoy. I think I've only got 2 left. I've got one more big long novella. I think one that's actually 150 pages. And then a teeny tiny little short story that's 3 pages long. So that is that. This should be done probably by next week. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, and then we got the summer, and I know I've got 3 things I want to do this summer. We're going to move, so I'm closer to my job. I'm going to get a new tattoo, and I'm going to pass my certification so I can actually teach next year, but that's going to be fun. I'm on an alternate access license right now, and I guess even if I don't, I was talking to a friend who was also on that license, but apparently you can get an emergency license for the next year, and I'm probably not going to be teaching after next year anyway, so who knows. But these are the books that I read this past week. That is all I have for today. I will talk to you later, and goodbye.